So today is going to be part one of our stress series, which I'm going to release to you 2 videos, short videos, so it doesn't overwhelm you. But as you guys may know, I'm a stress management expert, and I work with a lot of people who are stressed. And in fact, when I wrote this book, I had no idea how many people I would meet, women who are working on themselves, who basically, we start with part 1, which is working on you, and we basically stop at that area because there is something in their lives. They're so busy and they're so stressed they almost can't even open up to love because the stress just keeps overwhelming them. I have the same thing with men as well. I meet many men who have all this stress in their lives, and there's like so much going on that they don't have the confidence, and they need to work on the confidence to create the life that they actually want. So today, the part 1 of the series, I'm going to talk to you about what stress is, okay? And what stress does to your body. And then the next time newsletter, I'm going to talk to you about how to handle stress so that it doesn't handle you, okay? So in part 1 of the series, I'm going to tell you about stress. So what is stress? So what stress basically is when you are out of flow with the life that you want. So the way life works is we have flow. Okay, so in your life, you know, there are days when you wake up and like you're smiling at the world, and you go and things are just like the lights change and you can cross, or if you're driving, the lights are just changing all at the right time and you just get to work on time, maybe like 10 minutes early, you get the perfect parking spot. Or if you're on the tube, you get on the tube, there's nobody, like there's loads of spaces for you to sit on, things are just happening, flowing, and everything seems to be working out, and you have a fantastic day. And things are just flowing, and your boss really likes the work you did, and you know, then you go out in the evening and you meet this amazing person, whatever it is, but things just flow. And you wake up a week later and the opposite happens. Everything's like stopping against you. You're driving to work, you're late, all the lights are red all the time, you can't find any parking spot, you have to go really far, you have to like walk a mile back to work, you arrive, you're late, you're sweating, you're like looking all displaced and your hair is all over the place, and like it's just from the beginning. Then your boss looks at you angrily, your boss happens to walk in exactly and see that you're late exactly as you're walking in. An example of being out of flow is, I don't know if you guys watched the movie Bad Moms. Well, in Bad Moms, there's this example when she's late, when she crosses her mirror, everything just goes wrong. And so she's out of flow. Basically, you know what it feels like to be out of flow. So there's inflow versus out of flow. So what is stress? Stress is your reaction to what's going on around you. Most of the time we react when we're out of flow. But stress isn't just our reaction to being out of flow. Stress is also our stopping our flow with what we're doing, because we create our own stress. What does this mean? This means that you have a situation where things seem to be going wrong. They're piling one upon the other. And for some reason, the minute one thing goes wrong, another thing goes wrong, another thing goes wrong, and we keep piling the things that go wrong. Why does that happen? Because when the one thing goes wrong, what we do is we resist. So this barrier comes our way and we try to fight through the barrier. We're fighting through the barrier, but we can't because the barrier is there. And so we create this reaction in our bodies. Our stomach tenses, our throat tenses, our heart beats really, really fast. We're scared, we're nervous, we're anxious. And that reaction on a continuous cycle happening all the time is doing a number on our whole body. Basically, it's your heart is not meant to be at high pace. Your stomach is not meant to be crunched all the time with your digestion stopped, because what stress actually is what used to happen with our ancestors. They would only get stressed if they would walk into a cave and they would see a lion staring back at them. And then they wouldn't be able to even think, do I want to eat? Do I want to copulate? Do I want to, go poo and pee, whatever. All they thought about was, I must run out of here immediately so that the tiger does not eat me. Right? And so that's what stress is. It's basically that saber-toothed tiger attacking us. But that saber-toothed tiger is no longer a tiger, and it's no longer something that happens once a month. It's something that happens to us on a regular basis. Because one, we are out of flow with what we actually want in our lives. And we keep getting these obstacles, and we react to these obstacles by trying to push through, or hiding, or running away. We just react in a way that it's not working. So we keep getting stuck over and over and over and over again at these obstacles. Now, what makes stress worse? So one of the things that happens when you're stressed is if you crave any food at all, so the ideas behind, in our ancestors, when they would get stressed, their body would stop digesting. That's why when you get stressed, your stomach seems to cramp up, and the first sign of constant persistent stress are things like digestion issues. In fact, nutritionists are there to basically solve people's stress problems, because the first sign is you can't digest food properly, you start to get digestive disorders, then you can't sleep properly, you start to get insomnia, you have skin issues because, you know, your skin isn't, sorry, let me switch this off. Your skin isn't letting things through quickly. So basically your body's like reacting all over the place. Your heart is constantly moving fast. What also happens with continuous stress is our body starts to create glucose. Because why is glucose there? It starts to create sugar. Why does our body do that? Because all of our cells, in order to run away, they need the sugar. They need the glucose. So what happens? You crave sugar. So when you're stressed, when you're continuously stressed, the first thing you're always going to crave is going to be carbs and sugar. And then you're feeding your body with carbs and sugar because that's what you crave. You're not going to crave a good, nourishing, you know, long sit-down meal. You're going to be craving quick carbs, sugar, and you're probably eating it really fast. You're racing through your thing. You're not digesting properly, so it's not going through properly. So it just, you know, perpetuates itself. But then your body, at an overall stress situation, not only is your body craving sugar, so you feed it sugar, but your body's also creating sugar. And so all of that sugar is staying. It's going to create sugar. And then all that sugar is not going to be used because you can't digest all that sugar. So it's going to stay around your midriff. It's going to stay around your body. And it's going to make you gain weight. So long-term stress, long-term, you're going to have adrenal burnout. You'll be tired. You'll be exhausted. How are you going to fix that? You're going to have coffee. Right? Because you're going to prop yourself up. You're not going to sleep well at night because all the brain stuff going on in your head is stopping you from sleeping. It's going in your head. You can't really let go. So you're not going to be able to sleep. So you're going to be really tired in the morning. You're going to wake up at night. You're going to toss and turn because stress is stressing you out. And you're not going to be able to sleep properly. So then that stress perpetuates and then creates more stress. So how do we stop that? So that's going to be the subject of my next video. So what do we do that perpetuates our stress? Well, one, the way many people think they should handle stress, like I just talked about smoking, is they'll smoke cigarettes because cigarettes make them feel relaxed. Well, actually, cigarettes are a stimulant. They don't relax you. They actually do the opposite. But because cigarettes give a little break in the day, so you can go and you can legitimately step outside for a cigarette break, smoking, you know, people think of it as a stress reliever. So that's one. Two, they don't sleep. So they don't take care of their sleep cycle. They handle a lot of their problems. They work late into the night. They handle a lot of their problems in the evening. They kind of keep worrying in their mind. The stress is keeping them up, and like their mind is like working overtime. So that's another thing. They don't eat properly. So that's a very big thing. How you nourish your body is actually going to either perpetuate stress or make you feel better. So if you're eating good, clean food, it's actually going to make you feel more energized. It's going to be nice, good, clean things running through. But the problem is when you're stressed, the last thing you're craving is a salad. Okay, what you're more craving is like a pasta, a donut, that brownie, that coffee with lots of sugar, whatever it is. You're not going to be craving a Coca-Cola, things that prop you up. You're not going to be craving a nice, clean salad. It's just you might be, if you're clever and you know what your body actually needs, but most likely you're not. So if you keep propping yourself up with the bad food, you keep perpetuating the stress. And the other thing you're doing is you're probably not exercising very much. Because what's happening is you have lots of things going on. The stress is keeping you busy with the things that need to be going on. And so you're feeding that stress by spending more time on the things that are bothering you. So you have a deadline and you're stressed about the deadline. You have exams, so you're stressed about exams. So you're spending all that time doing those things and you're neglecting the exercise that your body needs to basically let your cells breathe. Because what exercise does is it fills your cells with air. It helps them breathe. It turns the things inside of you. It helps you digest better. It basically, like, you need all of that to make everything work clearer. And the other thing you're not doing is you're probably not practicing good self-care. Because probably when you're stressed out, the thing that we take the least care of is ourselves. What we take the most care of are the things that are stressing us out. So we have deadlines at work, we take care of the deadlines at work. We have exams we have to study for at school, we take care of that. We have kids that need to be brought here and there, we take care of that. But the last thing we take care of is ourselves. So we neglect ourselves for the purpose of feeding that stress and trying to relieve that stress in the way that we know, which is being reactive. So instead of proactively saying, okay, I have this important thing, let me now take care of it at my own pace, we don't feel we can do that. We instead react. And are like, I have this thing here, I have these other things here, let me react to that one. Then my boss comes with this other fire that's burning, so I react to that one. Then my child comes with this fire that's burning, I react to that one. So we're constantly reactive. We never have a minute to have a respite and be like, this is how I want to take care of all this stuff. So we never really empty our inbox. It's constantly being filled because we're not in control of our lives. So stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to teach you how to take control of your stress. How to take care of yourself better so that your stress does not handle you.